জ্বর হবে।
좋았어, 소리.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to request to respond somebody if I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you very much. So, on behalf of AIMS, it's my immense pleasure and honor to welcome you all to today's webinar. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Abdullah Al Hussein Nayan, working as a merchandiser in marketing and merchandising department at UNESCO Group of Companies Limited. I completed my graduation from Port City International University, Chattogram, and I'll be your host for the next couple of hours. So if I say about AIMS, it's basically a development institute run by Sri Lankan industrial professionals. They work with the students to develop their potentials and skills to make worthy as a future leader. So those who have joined here today, as you know, there are around 5,000 industries in Bangladesh. And each of the years, so many students are joining in the industry and doing really good. At the same time, we rarely see reaching the peak position among ours of the industry leaders. So today's webinar is titled basically as Roadmap for Future Leaders of the Textile Manufacturing Industry. This session is designed to shed light on skills, strategies, and forward-thinking approaches required to lead and innovate in an ever-evolving textile industry. As you know, R&D industry continues to be the cornerstone of the country's economy, contributing the majority of export earning and supporting millions of jobs. If you see, in 2024, Bangladesh apparel exporter were approximately 38 billion, up to about 7.2% from 2023, reflecting a steady demand despite global challenges. In fiscal year 2024 to 2025, R&D export rose by 8.8%, it's about 39.35 billion. So it's showing quite resilience and growth momentum even amid economic and geopolitical headwind. While the industry has maintained its position as the second largest exporter, it also faces challenges such as rising production costs, tariff pressures, and the need of diversify into non-traditional market. Students especially, who has joined today's webinar are the future workforce and leaders. And definitely, they will play a critical role in driving innovation, adopting modern technologies, and promoting sustainable practices in the textile sector. By gaining industrial knowledge, developing leadership skills, and embracing global best practices, I believe you can contribute to Bangladesh maintaining its competitive edge, improving productivity, and ensuring long-term growth and apparel and textile industry. Thank you for joining us and investing your time today. We hope this webinar will be insightful and engaging and beneficial for your professional journey. So we are very pleased and honored to have some great leaders of the industry with us. Today we have with us Mr. Harsha, Chairman of AIMS, and Mr. Tushita, AIMS Lean Professional and Practitioner. And we also have with us Mr. Samantha. He's basically the general manager of ZNZ Intimates Limited, Ananto Group. So Ananto Group was basically my first job place where I started my career. And lastly, we have with us Mr. Shahan, who is the country manager of MAS India, Department of Marketing and Merchandising. So I would like to welcome you all to our seminar today. At this moment, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Shahan Sudhira, please.
Thank you, Abdullah, for your brief explanation about AIMS and the people. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, right. Okay. So as we begin this thing, so I should start as Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Very good evening to everyone. So, warm welcome to all of you. This evening is special moment for AIMS Bangladesh unit, I'm saying. And AIMS has just started their journey in Bangladesh, and we have come here with very clear purpose, right? We fully geared up with international experience lecturers, world standard learning framework, and strong commitment to mold Bangladesh students compete and conquer globally, right? So why Bangladesh? Let me now speak about why Bangladesh is so important. Bangladesh today is the second largest apparel export, as Abdul mentioned, next only to China. Nearly 7 to 8% of global apparel exports comes from this country, which means it's huge, right? So this apparel industry contributes more than 80% of national export earnings, which means it ties up with your families also and provide direct employment to over 4 million people, supporting million families. So this country is already global giant in manufacturing. The next step is very clear for us, right? So we have to go to Bangladesh. Bangladesh must now produce global leaders, not just global volume. And that exactly where AIMS is comes in, right? So AIMS has entered Bangladesh with a long-term vision. Our focus is not short-term trade. Our focus is capability building at global standards. AIMS was created to bridge the gap between academic knowledge and real high pressure industry environments. We prepare people to think globally, act professionally, solve real factory problems, lead with confidence. This is why AIMS learning is relevant for undergraduates level up to CEO level. So, uh, it is important for you to understand standard of AIMS. AIMS operates at a world-class level. Programs are designed based on international manufacturing best practices, global lean quality and industrial engineering standards, real-world industry transformation experience. So AIMS learning is already used across Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and my professional connect to global apparel supply chain. So at AIMS, we do undergraduates learn industry reading and thinking, engineers sharpen their professional skills, managers upgrade their decision making capability, and CEOs engage with the same frameworks. When students and CEOs are learn from the same platform, when students are CEO learn from same platform, it proves one thing very clear. AIMS delivers internationally trusted world standard professional education. So that's a little brief about AIMS, and I'm going to play a video now where you all can learn more about AIMS. Malit, could you please play the video for us?
At Apex Institute of Management Services, AIMS, we take pride in being a driving force in professional education and industrial solutions since 2013. With global recognition, AIMS has become synonymous with bridging the gap between academic learning and practical expertise. Our journey of excellence is underscored by certifications such as ISO 9001, 2015 for professional education, and ISO 18404, 2015 for process improvement. As a NADA registered institution since 2013 and a Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission, TVEC, approved institute. Our vision. Our goal is to nurture resourceful professionals and instill a spirit of scientific thinking, helping them excel in the manufacturing and service sectors. Our graduates become versatile assets to organizations both locally and internationally. Our mission. We aim to empower our students with the right guidance, focusing on quality over quantity. We aspire to be leaders in providing professional training and education in the manufacturing sector worldwide, branches, and international reach. AIMS isn't limited to Sri Lanka. We have a presence in various countries, including Myanmar, Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Jordan, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, and South Africa, extending our impact far beyond our headquarters. AIMS Diploma and Certificate Awarding Ceremony 2023-2024. Apex Institute of Management Services, AIMS, held the Diploma and Certificate Awarding Ceremony 2023-2024, celebrating the achievements of their students in the Ruby Hall at the BMICH on 30 March. Felix Fernando, the Deputy Chairman of the Joint Apparel Association Forum. Apparel Group Director Operations Nishanta Kaluarachi graced the event as the chief guests, adding their valuable insights. As the manager, HRM and administration, Sudhira Gunatile delivered the vote of thanks. One of our flagship initiatives, the University Pillar, is designed to prepare university graduates for the demands of the modern manufacturing and corporate sectors. Collaborating with top universities across Sri Lanka, we have delivered tailored programs to equip students with essential skills and confidence. Let's take a detailed look at the workshops conducted under the University Pillar program from 2016 to 2024. Under the University Pillar program, AIMS has collaborated with leading universities. Academic Pillar. We help school leavers get acquainted with the manufacturing industry and provide working professionals with the knowledge and skills needed for career advancement through certificate and diploma programs. These are the certificate programs available under AIMS Academic Pillar. Our diploma programs. Lean programs. Project Pillar. We assist manufacturing companies with various projects, including motivational programs and workshops, layout design, SMV calculations, process standardizations, and more. We take on these projects with a commitment to productivity and accountability. Here's what our students have to say about their experience with AIMS.
Hi, I'm Ajit Srinagar. I'm System Manager, Maintenance Unit North. So I'm participate for the AIMS Lean Green Belt certification course. So I gather more and more knowledge about the what are the 7 waste, how we eliminate the 7 waste, and how we apply for them for our company institute, and how it's getting success using that our knowledge. So we thanks for the IMS for this opportunity, and thank you.
My name is Dylan Paxson. I'm a Group Director Quality Assurance representing Pro Sport Hanoi, Vietnam. I'm here today because I've got certified from the Lean Black Belt program from AIMS, and I really appreciate all the knowledge, practical, both theoretical, sharing through the professional lecturing panel given to us to enhance our industrial apparel manufacturing knowledge. And it has given me a really theoretical and practical knowledge to work out on practical environment in industrial process, how to be a systematic approach to the both manufacturing and services processes. So I'm really grateful and thankful for the professional lecturing and admin HR to giving us a big support to complete this program. So I would like to recommend to all, and also congratulate to everyone who go through this Lean Black Belt program. And once again, thank you so much giving us this unforgettable course, Lean Black Belt. Thank you everyone.
AIMS is committed to empowering graduates and transforming industries. Join hands with us to build a brighter future. For more details, contact us today.
Right. So it was a little brief video about what AIMS does, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Now let me speak directly to my students. Most of you are not studying for yourselves, right? You're all studying for your parents, for your families, and for your future responsibilities. So in our culture, education is shared dreams, right? The industry will test you. There will be pressure, targets, and difficult days, students. On these days, your attitude will matter more than your certificate. Your discipline will matter more than your marks. If you prepare yourself properly, this industry will reward you with stability, growth, and respect. So AIMS exists to help you reduce mistakes, learn fast, think globally, and grow confidently. Right? So before me moving into technical session, it is my privilege to introduce the resource persons who will guide you today. So Mr. Tusita Vimalaratna will guide you through lean management. He is widely respected for his practical approach to systematic problem solving and continuous improvements. And Mr. Samantha Sirivardhana will guide you through quality management. His exposure across Sri Lanka and Bangladesh brings strong practical insight to global quality expectations, right? And then, last but not least, Harsha Alagavattage, my dear friend, is will guide you to industrial engineering, and his expertise will help you understand how industrial engineering drives productivity, balance, and stability. So, all three speakers will bring real industry experience, not theories. I encourage all of you to stay engaged, take notes, and ask questions. With that, let us begin this workshop. I now invite Mr. Tusita Vimalaratna to start the first session. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Right. Good evening. Assalamualaikum. Shoaike Shagutam. Right. It's time to move into lean 20 minutes. Right. First, need to say thank you very much for Mr. Sahan for the nice start to the program. And we will have 20 minutes from now to talk about lean. I'll start from anyway why we need to learn lean and then some global applications and finally we will talk about what exactly lean is. Right. Let me share the slides. Malit. Hmm? Hmm? Hmm. Can I open? Hmm? Right, Malit. Mr. Sahan, can you please feedback me that can you see the screen?
We can see we can see the screen.
Lean management, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. It's time to go ahead. Then, right. Our topic is today lean management, right? I'm sure that after say end of this 20 minutes, you will know what lean is first, and then why you should know it, and what are the best examples in the world by now. Right. I'm moving to the first slide. Don't worry, I have say 5 to 6 slides only. Right. I have imagined a person called lean graduate, right? We know who graduate is, but lean graduate is my imaginary person, right? Lean manufacturing knowledge can be a strong career advantage for a graduate even with little or no work experience, right? We know that graduate, right, have mastered uh, the subject and mostly with the reason, right? But employers value something extraordinary, right? If you can think practically and if you can solve the problems and if you improve the process, that is what employers need today, right? Those three skills actually needed in almost every industry, not only the apparel industry. Even if you go to service industry, same there, right? That is the employer's real need today, right? My lean graduate is a person who has little or no work experience, but mastered in what you are doing and the reason behind that, the why and how, the application side of the subject that you know, right? I'm moving to the second slide. Basically what I uh, told earlier is this, right? Normally when you graduates, they have enough and more theoretical knowledge that mean what and why, right? They are masters, they can tell anything about that, they can explain them very well. But if you can say, I know how to improve a real process, that is the secret behind your success, right? That means you know what plus why, plus how, right? That is the difference between a graduate and a lean graduate for me. Now, just assume that you have this below question in your first interview. How would you improve our process? How would you improve our process? You are an applicant to the interview and you don't know their process. See the answer that you have to give. I would first map the process because you don't know the process. You don't know their process. You have to go very in detail and map your process and identify the waste. Waste mean the process waste. We can say the leakages, right? Everyone has this that wastages or leakages in their processes. So you have to map the process, identify the process steps, and identify the waste. And then you have to go to the root cause. You have to analyze them further and go to the root cause and analyze and see what is the reason behind this wastage. And then you can propose a simple improvement first, right? Sometimes you can't give a full complete answer, but you can propose a simple improvement first. After that improvement, you can go for the second improvement. After that second improvement, you can go for the third improvement. It is a continuous journey, that continuous improvement mindset, right? If you give this answer, right, you will be say done. Okay, this is my assumed person called lean graduate, right? That's why actually you have to learn this lean, right, while you are completing your degree or whatever you follow, right? Just to verify, Sahan, can you please feedback me again? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. We'll move to the next slide. Right. As I said earlier, I'll pick few success stories from the globe. One is the global context. Right. We all know that lean came out from Toyota production system from Japan. And I pick another one, very important topic here, or the example here, the Virginia Mason from US. That is not a manufacturing, but it is from healthcare, basically the service sector, right? Those two examples I pick from them, and in my next slide, I will give little more detail on this. And from Bangladesh, as you know, right, BPL, right, uh, DBL, that Dulal Brothers Limited, I guess, and Bangladesh Export Import uh, Company Limited, right? Beximco, right? What they have done is also mentioned here, but again, I'll take you through the journey in my next slide. And if you come to Sri Lanka, in Sri Lankan context, right, we have very good two examples. One is MS Holdings, again apparel, and Brandy's, also from apparel, right? Okay, those are some examples. Actually, if you really want, you can go and pick ample of examples from everywhere in the world. Now that lean journey starts from everywhere, right? Here I pick only 6 examples from them. Right. I'll jump to this VPMS. VPMS mean basically Virginia Mason Production System. TPS mean basically Toyota Production System. Right. We all know sometimes Toyota Production System, and if you go and search everywhere, it is available everywhere. TPS or Toyota Production System. Though because of that, I'm not talking about them. I am talking about this second example, Virginia. Right. Uh, just go through some detail. Right. What are the uh, key lean practices they used? Right. We'll take one by one. One is value stream mapping for patient flow. Right. They have mapped each and every step from start to end of a patient in their facility, right? And they map each and every process steps and try to identify the wastages, delays, waitings, and rework and backward flows and all. And number two, standardize clinical procedures. Right? They standardize each and every process right, that a patient is undergoing. Number three, daily management. They have fixed some KPIs and they start monitoring them daily, right, to make sure whether every single step is following as per the plan. And visual aids or the visual boards also supported them for the same. And finally, root cause analysis for medical errors, right? They have picked some errors from their data and they went down to the root cause and analyzed them and try to identify the root cause and to fix, right? Those are some key lean practices they followed. Actually there are a lot, but I picked some key 4 points from them. And see the right hand side results, right? Time for lab reports they have reduced by around 85%, right? It is purely a waiting time by the patient's waiting time, we know it's a pure wastage. It is not adding any single value to the patient's purpose, customer's purpose. So then they have reduced the lab reports time by 85%, right? Number two, save space. They have saved the space by layout arrangements and improvements, but end of the day, save their investment by 11 million USD. That is actually from this planned investment. They have planned some investment. They saved $11 million from them because of this saved space through lean, right? The massive benefit. Number three, inventory cost reduced by over 1 million USD. Inventory cost. They have used some pull system, Kanban, and minimum maximum rules, right? By those applications, they have reduced their stocks, right, up to that level. And reduced travel distance for people 44%, right? See that travel distance of patients and the staff of the hospital, right? They reduce that distance by 44% by analyzing their patients flow and the material flow and staff flow, and they improved to add value, or we can say to remove or eliminate the wastages, right? This example actually it is beyond the factory example. Lean manufacturing basically focus on factories, right? You know that, but lean management is focusing, right, anywhere in this world, right? Even manufacturing or sales or services or hospitals or schools, your university, right, hotels or anywhere, right? This example is one of the best examples in the world, right? Beyond the factories, lean application, right? That's about Virginia Mason. We will go to the other one, that your example, the Bangladeshi example, DBL, right? DBL example is also very impressed me, right? DBL implemented system to turn manual operations into automated or information driven processes, right? Automation is their key. They have converted their manual processes into automated processes after analyzing their process and bottlenecks and wastages, or we can say leakages, and drastically reduce the water usage, right? See the number, 120 liters to 60 liters per kg of fabric, right? It is half, right? 120 to 60, and cost saving around 33,000 USD per year by reducing staff turnover, right? They focus more on people side and staff engagement and all, and through them they have reduced the staff turnover, and the cost related to the training and development is approximately around 33,000 USD per year, right? See a small improvement sometimes they have done in the process, but the impact to the business or the bottom line, right? That is from your own example. There are so many examples, right? And as I said earlier, right, I pick only two. Among them, actually, I pick DDL, right? I think it's clear. The lean journey starts everywhere, right? Not only the outside Bangladesh, even in Bangladesh, right? You know these points actually better than me, right? I guess. Okay. Now I'm here to talk about lean management. Actually, this is my last slide, right? This is my last slide. lean management is a systematic approach to manage organization by reducing waste. Actually, there are three key points in this statement. One is waste, reducing waste. I pick it and write one little detail in the bottom. And the second most important point here is improve the flow. Right. The third is building a culture of continuous improvement. Right. I'm telling again three things. One is waste, reduction of waste. Number two is improving the flow. Number three is culture of continuous improvement. Right. We will go little detail on these 3 points. One is waste. Right. For this, right, to do this, actually you have to know, you have to have a reasonable understanding on waste. Right. You have to calibrate your eyes to see them. Right. It is everywhere. Right. If you walk in your universities, right, you can see waste tomorrow morning. Why? After you studying them. Like calibrate your eyes to see the process wastages, or we can say leakages. We know that leakages are negative anyway, right? The water line leakage is a negative thing, right? Waste is negative. Opposite of waste is value adding, right? Which is actually the customer needs, right? We go and map and understand and see wastages from your process, and you have to calibrate your eyes first to see them. That is number one. Number two, understand the impact on output, quality, speed, and the cost, right, of those wastages you identify. Right, you identify a wastage and you convert them into your business language. Right, impact to your output, impact to your quality, impact to your speed, and impact on your cost. And finally, you have to know how to use lean tools and apply them to reduce wastages and finally eliminate. That is the first part. Right, then you know that you have to have certain understanding on waste and to calibrate your eyes, and you have to have certain understanding on tools and to apply them to reduce and eliminate the waste. That is the first part of my story. And the middle part, the improving the flow. Improving the flow means you have to improve the flow of products from start to end. If it is flow continuously, right, your cash flow will be very positive. If you stagnate in point or in several points, right, it will it will slow down your entire cycle of business. Right, and improving the flow, remove the obstacles. Right, you have to understand the obstacles uh, in the process by analyzing, and then you have to remove the obstacles in your process by applying the lean tools. Right, there are a lot of lean tools. Right, if you see it when you study it, there are a lot of lean tools and you have to have them in your backpack, and when you have a problem you have to pick it up, the most appropriate one, and apply. Right, one example I put here: reduce the waiting or idling of operator or machine. Right, once you identify a waiting of a person or machine, right, you have to use your tool to improve the same. Right, and I'm moving to the last one, the culture of continuous improvement. Right, continuous improvement, I think it's understandable by the meaning, but there is a Japanese term called kaizen mindset. Right, kaizen means basically the continuous improvement. We have to inculcate or develop this culture in our organization, first in my mind and then with others. Right, that is coming under this culture of continuous improvement. You have to build it. For that, you have to have a lean leadership behaviors, lean leadership mindset to grow the right culture in the organization. Right, then lean leadership is a different interesting subject here in the lean. Right, how you transform your organization, how you manage this change in your organization from traditional to lean through continuous improvement mindset. Right, if you have that continuous improvement mindset, you will do every time a small improvement. Right, and then you will see a new world every after an action. So then you have to ask others, you have to turn others, you have to support others, you have to lead others to grow the right culture. Right, okay, that's all about lean in brief. Right, now you know that lean journey started everywhere. Right, everywhere, every corner. Now it's time for us to join the journey, right? That's my message. Now start reading, start searching, start Googling, right? What lean is, and then you will know what you really need to know and understand and learn before move to the your professional step. Okay, now Mr. Samantha is ready from the other corner. Actually, he's joining from Dhaka to connect with you on quality management, right, Samantha?
Thank you, Tusida. Yes, thank you, Tusida. Now, the way Tusida stop, I can start. Before that, I just need to greet you. Good evening and Assalamu alaikum. I think you can see my screen. Tusida, you can give me the feedback about screen.
Yeah, Samantha, we can see the slides.
Okay. In the meantime, just
Please.
give me. Okay. You are clear now. Okay. So let's start. Uh, I first need to thank all our initial lecturers and the team who introduced about us and the AIMS. And also, I consider this as a great opportunity to share my knowledge with you because already I have completed 2 years and 6 months in Bangladesh. So I have experience the pulse of Bangladesh university students. I have interviewed a lot as well as I have recruited some of them and I have worked with some of them also. So I know some extent what are the common gaps and what are the talents they are having. I have some experience working in several countries like India and Madagascar as well as Sri Lanka. So touchwood, I want to tell that Bangladesh is very uh, lucky country. You are having strong capability in your DNA to stitch the garment. So that's why apparel industry has given this much of huge contribution for your economy. Okay. So to continue and sustain the apparel industry, what we have to do, that's what now through the AIMS we are trying to do here. So bridging the academic learning and professional practice in quality management. Right now, already you are having academic learning. You are getting that. So how we can support you delivering that professional practices which we have taken throughout the industry. Now I am already completed 22 years. So what I will get them throughout global some recognized companies. So how we can share. Okay, that's the aim. So we'll move in. So I will start like this. Food Panda. I think you can see. You know very well. Many of you are using this, right? What is Food Panda? Even we are also using. Now I am using almost 2 years. If anything I wanted to eat anywhere I am there, even in Dhaka, even in Chittagong, I put order to the Food Panda. Not only me, lot of Bangladesh people, right? There is no age gaps, age limitations. Everyone will use. The other thing, when I'm walking through the roads, I can see a lot of delivery boys are there. Right? That means it's functioning. Now world is different, not like earlier. Earlier we want to shop. Now also we are shopping, but not physically. They're using our mobile. Right? Through the online marketing, what has happened now?
entire industry has had upside down, because now earlier we had to do a lot of marketing. We have to prepare the big shops, right? Now that has changed. If you are having good product, you don't want big shops, big stories, right? To the online marketing, you can do a lot. How the consumers behavior, right? Consumers power has more increase, not like earlier. Earlier, if I was happy, right? You are very familiar with these three phases. If I was happy, that happiness will stay with me or my friends. In same way, if I was unhappy, that also will stay with me and several others, few others, my friends, my family members only. But now it's not like that. If I'm really happy, I can put a comment there. They ask in comment. If I unhappy also, I'm doing that. More than my happiness, if I'm unhappy, definitely I will put something there. How that will impact? Right? When I am going for buy something new, what I am doing? I refer the reviews. How the consumers has given their comments earlier. You are very familiar with this task. If you are selecting a hotel, what you are doing? You check the reviews. You are trying to go even 4 stars reviews, comment is there, happy comments is there, even 3 or more. Sometimes we will be unable to go 5, right? Why that? You know, if lot of good reviews are there, you also will get same kind of treatment, right? Product also same. So everyone in this industry, even though they are doing online business, so physical businesses, offline businesses, so the reviews are there. Now, if you went to any hotel or shops, Google is asking, how about that? Why it is asking? It's collecting data about your happiness, right? So it is not like earlier. It's very easy to get idea about the hotel or product or anything. Some reviews also there. Some detailed reviews also there. If you can check about a car, how the popularity. You just need to type that car brand and go into the detail. Then there are some happy comments and some details we can see. That now market is like that, right? So all the suppliers are trying to get good reviews. Now that's the market, right? So you just imagine this lady. You can see, I think, she's consuming a drink. Still, she has not drink even one drop, I think, but she's trying now, right? To get 5 star, 4 star, like good comment from her. Whoever produced this fruit drink need to make it nice and correct way, right? Just look at this is the process where this glass of fruit juice is built from tree, natural fruit. Speak, and then after several processes are there. You can see lot of movements are there and transportation is there. Some other processes are there. Some chemical also might be added. Finally, it filled to the bottles. And then after, it's moved to the retail shop. To the retail shop, this lady might have purchased this one. It's the process. Okay, to become this glass of fruit juice, a guaranteed and happy to make her happy, what it should be. You need to understand that each and every process until this fruit come to her hand should have certain standard, certain level. If we didn't pick the right fruit, it will not support to make this fruit delicious. As well as if we didn't use appropriate transportation technique, definitely this fruit will spoil. We need to do it on time, right? Whatever the processes are there to convert this fruit into this fruit juice, all the processes should be 100% perfect. If not, what will happen? Her digestion system will collapse. Sometime it will end up with very bad outcome. You know that. If such a thing happen, what will happen? She will definitely will put a bad comment, unhappy comment. Then that will definitely impact to the supply. So you can understand now the power of consumer is not like earlier. Anyone who engage with the production, manufacturing, they need to keep an eye about what customer feel about their product. So they need to maintain their quality, right? So now we can talk about the quality. It's not like earlier. We can't hide anything. Whatever happen, within few minutes, it will spread around the globe, right? So now quality is very important. So now we will talk about quality. Before us, there are very popular industry expert has talk about quality. I want to remind three names. Mr. Duran, he has write down lot of books. Crosby, another one. Now most famous person is Edward Deming. Even some prizes are also there. Deming Prize. You know about that sometime, right? I have taken very strong saying of Mr. Crosby. Quality is free. So when you're buying something, are you paying something for quality? No, you are not paying for quality. It's not a gift, right? Quality is free, but it's not a gift. Okay, now you're going to buy a shirt. Is that seller telling you, okay, I'm giving you quality shirt, right? I'm not charging for quality. They're not talking that. Quality is inbuilt there. It's not a gift, but it is free, right? But the unquality things are what cost money. If the shirt that seller is selling is not having required quality, if button is removing easily, so if the color is fading easily, what will happen? Then the cost will start. What will happen? Lot of comments will go, right? Then no one will try to buy that brand. Sustainability will not there, right? Therefore, quality is not a gift. It's it's free, but quality was not there in any product. That product and the supplier and sometime entire that brand also will be collapsed, right? Okay. Now we'll just move to apparel. Just think about basic teacher. Okay, whatever it is. For that also need to get good comment. To get good comment, the process is very lengthy. I have a little detail mentioned here: fiber, yarn, right? Raw fabric. These are lengthy processes, right? Fabric processing. Then after cutting, okay. Now value adding, sewing. Now t-shirt is completed. Some finishing process also there, folding, ironing, right? Everything happen after it comes to the consumer. Okay, customer, consumer, you know the difference. Customer is person who buy it, consumer is person who use it. Sometimes both can be one. If you are given a gift, you are customer, the receiver of the gift is the consumer. Okay, now if we need to deliver the right product, wherever if you touch in this process should be up to the standard, right? So what the quality? Finally, the quality of this t-shirt is come from everywhere. During this process, people who engage, the machine we use to complete that processes should be up to the standard. So the basically, what is our job now? To maintaining the standard, right? Okay. Now we'll just look at apparel trade. Now we talk about the t-shirt, one t-shirt. Just look at this container. This container is having around more than, right, 600 cartoons. Sometimes it might be one shipment. One shipment mean one style. It might be around 10,000 to sometime 100,000 pieces of garment. If it is one style, you should know that all the garments should be in one standard, right? There are sizes, but if customer has given one standard, we have to maintain that standard. I think you know per hour in the production line, they are producing around 100 to 300 garments. That all 300 garments, we have to maintain same standard. It's a challenge, but we are doing that. So how we have to do that, right? How we have to do that? As I mentioned at the beginning, we are having inbuilt, capable set of team members. They can do the garment. They're having that ability in their DNA also, that is there. So how you can support? You are here. How you can support? Now the things are digitized. You are also digitized now. So you are understanding what the deviation. So what we are doing now? What we are doing now, through this understanding of the deviation, you need to go to the place like this. So you need to understand what has happened there. So what I am trying to do now, right? What I am trying to do now. What do you have to do here? How you have to understand the problem? That professional experience I am going to share with you, right? If I share that experience, now you are capable to understand this screen, right? You can analyze the data, that knowledge your universities has provided. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share how that your educational background and that theoretical knowledge connect with the practical things, right? That's the content of the course. Finally, quality control, quality assurance. You have heard about these things, right? Tusita also talk about much. Now Tusita explain about the lean, moving towards process excellence through concept of lean manufacturing. So I'm also talking about the lean manufacturing. I'm also using that, right? Tusita doing that in detail, of course. Entire my quality control, quality assurance, finally quality management. That course is go through the lean concept, right? It's touching lean, background is lean, through the lean, how we build the quality. That means it's advanced. We are not talking about typical quality control. We are talking about very advanced quality control, which is used at Toyota and the world popular companies, right? This is the content of course. We're talking about the dimension and building quality, quality management, product safety, communication, total quality management approach. This kind of vast area we are going to cover through this course. It will definitely help you to go to the manufacturing factory with sound knowledge about what is happening there. If you didn't do this kind of course, you will go there with theoretical knowledge, but like a stranger, right? That's what we are going to do. One important thing I want to mention another. It is we are not limited to the apparel industry. But previous courses, a lot of other industry people like nurses from the private hospital and some uh, senior people from online business industries like that. A lot of other industry people also attended to get professional certificate about the quality. The content is valid for anybody other than some specific topic related to the apparel. All others are how to build the standard. So I think you are clear what we are going to do. It will definitely support to you. So I like to now give you some opportunities to ask any questions there before moving to the next part of our session, which is conducted by Harsha.
Dear Mr. Samantha, thank you very much
Yeah.
for delivering your such wonderful lectures. And in Zenith and Image, basically, I had one PP meeting with you. I'm not sure whether you can remember me or not. So I switched from Zen and Z recently. You are truly a wonderful person. Thank you very much. And
Very much.
I'd like to request our audience here, who has joined from different universities of Bangladesh. Could you please rename yourself by your name and university name along the side, please? I'm repeating, you should rename yourself as per your name. In the bracket, you should write your university name. So now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Harsha to deliver his speech.
Thank you, Bangladesh University students. Assalamu alaikum. And I'm not saying much about the theory of industrial engineering. I will give you some your burning. I will explain you some your burning issues. Indeed, when you are as a young professional, young uh, graduates, how to move industry. Let me ask one question from you. This would be a question from you still you have. You studied, you you get a qualification from state university or some valuable university. Then after that, why I need to follow another course? If my qualification is not matched with the industry. Sometimes you think, yes, Tim, when you're studying in a university, and it is same as Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, for other countries also, you are given a theoretical knowledge. Industrial professionals, industrial owners, your managers hire you not for your theoretical knowledge. Actually, they hire you because of your capacity. You stay in the university for 3 years, 4 years, and then you grab many knowledge, much more knowledge within the university life, and you studied them properly, then pass the exam, and it means you have good capacity. Then what happened? Industry hired you and fill them with the industrial knowledge. Then we provide you this industrial knowledge, industrial know-how, industrial vocabulary, industrial workings, and it would be very helpful you to face an interview. And as an example, your university after AIMS training program, industrial engineering, you go for an interview. And meantime, your university, your mate also facing the same interview. What happens? Sometimes your IE manager, industrial engineering manager asks, "What do you know about industrial engineering?" Right? And for this question, you have lot to say. Lot to say. This is the work content. This is the bottleneck. This is line balancing, and I use this kind of particular tools and techniques identify the bottleneck, the productivity improvement, and so many industrial wordings, industrial applications. After you studied AIMS program. But what happens to your colleague? He knows uh, university learnings and university education and all the things, but there is a gap because in the same interview you definitely picked by the industry because you're halfway gone, right? Then very small things you need to fine tune, and then you easily connect with the industry. In Sri Lanka also, and we work with several universities, and many industry professionals told us that we need some professional industrial the student with industrial education. We design these training programs focusing of them. Then we explain you your career path, right? I think it is a burning issue for you. uh, Generally, as a young graduate, you are joining as junior executive. Your next position is executive. Then you are moving to senior executive, industrial engineering or other part. Then assistant manager. Then the next step is manager. Then after that, deputy general manager, then director, then chief operating officer. And there is so many clear path. It's for sometimes quality, it would be lean, it would be industrial engineering, or it would be production. Industrial engineering. Then I will give you some brief explanation about industrial engineering. Industrial engineer is the process owner. He knows the standards. I will give you. Industrial engineer starting his job in the common costing stage, right? Once the sample received, for your costing center, industrial engineer go into greater detail and divide it into operations and calculate with a GSD or some other tools and prepare standard minute value. It means that for an operator, if you're an operator, produce certain product, how many minutes should be consumed? Calculating SAP. Then the next one, thread consumption, it would be material consumption. There's a merchandises part also there. And after this calculation, the next step is machine ordering, machine capacity. This machine requirement or machine capacity is directly designed by the assembly. After assembly calculation, then planning department work with this capacity filling and building in the organization, the production plant. And after that, the next step is production. In production, industrial engineer prepare the production layout, then operation breakdown, layout, operator allocation, then prepare the actual line and the line balancing, and after that, the line feeding stage he is involved in, and workplace engineering and workplace designing, and after that, productivity improvement, bottleneck improvement, and ensure that product smoothly moving input to output with minimum objections. Uh, this is very important subject, not only for apparel manufacturing. For industrial engineers, the industrial engineers working in every industry. Sometimes it would be manufacturing, it would be sometimes service sector. We are giving you the basis of industrial engineering. Based, uh, Based on your industrial engineering knowledge, you can transfer that knowledge into several industries. And I think industrial engineering is a base of manufacturing, and industrial engineering play key role in manufacturing sector, and it is associated with several departments such as planning, process excellence, operation planning, and merchandising. Then for all the department connect with industrial engineering, the other importance is if you have good knowledge with industrial engineering, if you need to move for other department, then you have that department knowledge also. Then you are closely working with production, planning, merchandising, production controlling unit, and operations and process excellence. And as an industrial engineer, you have several paths to move. That is the importance of industrial engineering. And I think this is a very good chance for you if you need to follow such programs and enhance your knowledge, because uh, we need to develop Bangladesh young graduates, not for Bangladesh requirement, it for global requirements. From you, if you have good opportunities in Bangladesh, very good. But what happens if you need to work in other countries such as Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, or other parts of the world? If you have such demand, if you have opportunities from other countries, there's a question mark team. Then we are trying to fulfill that global level knowledge and give you and open your path working around the world, and meantime take up the responsibilities of senior leadership position. Especially, we need to see your Bangladesh team, young graduates working as a general manager, vice president, then CEO level, and chief operating officer level in within next 1-2 decades. Where our requirement is this, and our why AIMS for Bangladesh means fulfilling your that level knowledge. Thank you, team, and I will give you a brief explanation. And if you need, then a chance for any question.
Uh, Mr. Harsha, thank you very much for your wonderful deliberation. So I would like to request our audience, feel free to question if you have anything to know from our honorable experts. So I can see a question in the chat box that I think this question is to Mr. Tushita and Samantha because these are relatable topic. The question is from Mr. Saifur Rahman. He's asking, is lean management will work for accurate the quality on products? And is it good for a buyer who wants the quality, not the time? I would appreciate Mr. Tushita or Mr. Samantha, your valuable answer.
Can you please repeat the question?
Is lean management will work for accurate the quality on product? And is it good for a buyer who wants the quality, not the time? I hope you understand.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for asking that question. Right. Normally, when we talk about lean, there are three key focuses or objectives of lean. One is the best quality product. Number two, produce in shortest lead time and at a lowest cost. There are three things I'm repeating again: best quality, shortest lead time, and lowest cost. Then, answer for your question in short, definitely the lean directs us to have a best quality product. That is one of the biggest three wars in your market, right? Quality, cost, and time are the three drivers of the market. So lean direct us to achieve those three things. Your question is on quality. I think answer is relevant.
I'll add another thing also. Now, doing one garment is our talent, but making 1,000 garment in same quality, maintaining the consistency is come with the process standard. So throughout the lean, we are talking about the process standardization. That's the base for lean. So these two things are going hand to hand.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope Mr. Saifur has got his answer. So if anybody have any question, I would appreciate if you could also unmute yourself and ask the question, or you also can write in the chat box. I'd like to repeat, if anybody have any question regarding any point of today's session or about your career guideline or anything regarding your education, please feel free to ask from our expertise. I believe they will give you the best answer. So please feel free to ask. From our side, we would like to give 2 minutes to our audience to write question and answer question. After that, we'll conclude our session. So we have got one question from Mr. Atik from Port City International University. His question is to Mr. Samantha. He asked, what are the biggest quality challenges currently faced by factories in Bangladesh, and how can they be solved?
Thank you for asking that question. Actually, this is a good opportunity to you all. Others also can ask the question. The biggest challenge actually, in the sense of the product, there are some challenges, and other thing, if you take the material, also there are some challenges. I will tell several challenges. Now, if you go to the manufacturing side, there are a lot of challenges. Those challenges are varying. As per the plant, as per the product, challenges are varying. If I take the product, there are most common damage that is, I can say, uncutted. So most common damage, right? And that is, we are talking about the industry that from the beginning, that challenge is there due to we are not focusing about the process wise how we can control that challenge is not still we have overcome. That's one thing. If we come out from that product, if you go for the as a big picture, in helicopter view, if you look at about the business, there are several challenges. One is the consistency of the material quality, right? If you take about the material, day by day, our material quality is getting down. The major reason is, I think 60% of the value, a product value, is comes from the material. Majority is fabric. All other material also price is high. So the most easy way to earn money for the vendors mean the people who are manufacture, is reducing the material cost. To reduce the material cost, what they are doing? They're going for the cheap sources. When we are going for the cheap sources, what will happen? Automatically, their quality is getting down. Right? Simple example. Just imagine that we can bring low cost fabric, but with the low cost fabric, lot of fabric damages are coming to plant. So what we have to do? We have to filter and remove the fabric damages. Right? But there are two label suppliers are there. Just imagine one supplier's price is a little bit high, since that supply is maintaining the high standard. So the vendor goes to the second supplier who is providing same label with less value. But with the less value, the number of defectives become high. Then what will happen? The people who are working in the plant will have to more focus about the label quality also. Now earlier they had to focus about what they are doing. Now they have to focus about the label also. Then what will happen automatically? The focus they have to pay for their operation will be reduced, and that focus time will they will spend for the label quality checking. So the simple answer for your question, now I can mention as the material quality at this moment. Right? In the Bangladesh, there is no concern about the manpower and their talent. the capability. We have no problems about that. If you maintain the material quality, they will give most powerful level of the product to the group. I think you are clear.
Thank you very much for clearing this issue to Mr. Shoaib. Now we have another question. He is also from Port City International University student. His question is, for starting a job, freshers are facing difficulties, but company always want experienced persons. What should to do for ready for a job in industry?
Okay, thank you for asking that question. I will answer for that question. Number one, uh, as the pressure for the industry, you need to understand that uh, that wherever good company, you might have some list of companies. Out of that, you can apply, you can go for the interview, and you need to openly talk with them what you know, what you don't know, right? Because that you need to show your passion to learn and your commitment. While I am interviewing freshers also, I have noticed that they are having lot of conditions. If you try to say that your conditions, that's not the place at the beginner, right? You need to show your commitment. Then you can enter into the companies, right? That's number one. After you go into the after you started the career there, your first year, it's very important, right? Your first year, whatever the opportunities you are getting, you have to take maximum of that. You go into the detail. To my 2 years and half, that means 6 month experience, what I have observed is there is a little gap of the Bangladesh graduates to go into the details. They are just touching lot of things, right? But they are not willing to go into detail or the ground level. But you need to change that, right? Even in 1 2 places, you go into detail. If you go into detail, the person who is monitoring you, is your superior, will definitely catch you. He will pick you for the uh, next position. He will give you the opportunity to do something because we are having a lot of works there, but there are no people to get the ownership and drive till the result is come. Result is not coming within 1 minute or 2 minutes or sometime 1 day or 2 day, right? Even having 20 years, 20 plus years experience, I also spend sometime 1 month, 2 months to get a result. But that patience should be there. But in Bangladesh, I have seen that patience is little bit less. So you need to develop that. You can develop that because we are going to change something as Sujita told. To change something, number one, we need to change. What do you have to change? You need to build your patience because you are going to change a person. It will take some time. You need to convince that person. It will take some time, right? But that patience you need to develop. Number one, and very important thing, as the team who engage from Bangladesh, you need to develop that patience. That patience will definitely support your superior to identify you as a person who try to do something without giving it up. I think Harsha and Tuzit also can add something if you are having something more.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, your explanation is totally correct, Samantha, because as a especially I I'm considering industrial engineering aspects, and there's a question for me also. And industrial engineering, when I'm talking about industrial engineering as industrial engineering, when you're join as an industrial engineer, you need to go greater detail about of the problem. Then, and meantime, the lean aspect also concern about such a detailed breakdown, and there is time consuming. As an example, within one day you can't solve all problems. You can only solve one or two problems, but you need to get much time and go into greater detail and find the occurrence of the problem, and then backward what you can do. I think Tusita as it would we have a different idea, and again the lean aspects. And Tusita, if you have any explanation about this.
So I will take a little example also since Tusita is taking time. Now, Abdullah, you know that once I entered to the factory, I observed that our people, our checkers are not checking the measurement. So you don't believe. I took entire 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Nicely telling. Then after I'm showing that, right? Then after
Yeah.
daily doing the follow-ups. Then after uh, I'm checking their check garment like that different technique. Even though I am the quality GM, I had to go into detail, right? Sometimes I go to the check-in table and I observe whether they can do what I am telling or not. Like that, lot of things I have to do if I want to get it done. But I had that patience. With that patience only, I could achieve that. Now I am a little bit happy, not 100%, right? So what Harsha also told, say, because as global theory, whatever projects we are implemented, 60% is fail, right? That's a global theory. Then only 40% is success. That's valid for what we are trying to do also. So what I'm telling, advising you all, we all need to realize that bitter truth. So what I am trying to do in the factory also will not be success at once. So I have to try different ways, and I need to convince the matured people who are doing that job for some time, 10 years. Some machine operators are stitching that particular machine around 10 years. So one fresh university student comes and tell that lady, you do like this. She's laughing us. Who you are? So that patience should be there. So build that patience and show your commitment. Then definitely you will pick. I'm sure. Because that lagging is there. If you build that lagging, I'm not telling about your English knowledge, those mandatory, right? Your analytical is still mandatory, your computer skill is mandatory. We are not talking about those things, but required thing is patience and go into detail. Do that. Sujit.
Yeah, Samantha. Actually, we took a little more time for that one question, but I'll add only one line, right? Speed of getting the experience depends on your preparation, right? We have to get the experience, yes, but the speed of getting your experience depends on one important thing, that is your preparation, right? Then you have to prepare for that. You have to get all other related knowledge with you, and then you will lead the journey of getting experience, right? Okay,
Yes.
Abdullah, can we move forward?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the answer. I believe the questioner has got his answer. Once again, I'd like to thank for discussing this in detail. We have another question from Mr. Saifur. He asked, how can we tell in interview that we know lean management properly? How can they believe us? So his question is basically, he want to believe himself to the interviewer that he knows lean manufacturing. So this question is to Mr. Shushita.
Yeah. Is it in the chat box, Abdullah?
Yeah, in the chat box, you can see as well.
Chat box. Is it the last question? No.
This question is from Mr. Saifur Rahman.
Right. I'm trying to see the detail.
So I'd like to repeat the question for you again.
Yeah, please.
How can we tell in interview that we know lean management properly? How can they believe us?
Okay, good question. Right, good question. Right, one is lean is a subject where you can learn. But yes, your question is giving me some insight of something which is not mentioned, that without proper experience or the hands-on, right? How can I master in lean? That can be your question, right? Anyway, now lean is a general subject where everybody can understand easily the theory or the rationale behind that, right? I think as a graduate you can understand all the theoretical parts and the logic behind uh, the concepts of lean manufacturing. But yes, your question has a validity for me, right? Without proper hands-on experience, how can I prove that I know the lean? But I think if I will be in your judge panel in your interview, right, as a graduate, I don't expect 100% from you in terms of lean, because I know that you are a fresh graduate, but you have a certain extra knowledge compared to others on lean. Then you can start early and you can run fast, right? For that you have to have a basic lean understanding with you when you're ready for your first professional choice, right? Yes, your question is very good. After you step into your workplace, you have to have a continuous improvement mindset with you. Then it will help you to faster your track on your path, right?
Thank you, Mr. Tushita, for your wonderful speech. And I also believe that interviewer basically hire our attitude. Basically, in case of fresher, not our skill. As we are fresher, we don't have a skill, but they hire our attitude and all the thing. So we have another question from Mr. Nafiz. He's from Port City International University. His question is, how does lean improve material flow from cutting to finishing?
Right. Again, for me, right, to sit here, right. Good question, right? Good question. We are now getting into a bit deep lean, right? Okay. Anyway, I'll give the brief answer. Now, from the cutting to finishing, right? We have different departments or the processes, right? What we have to do first is we have to go and see. We call Japanese term. We use Japanese term gemba or gemba walk. For that, we go and see the actual process and identify the process steps, right? When you try to identify the process steps, right, you will see, right, some process stoppages we call non-moving stocks, right? We call barriers, or we can say obstacles, or in simple term, some bottlenecks, right? If you go and see the reasons behind them, right, it can be unbalance of skill, unbalance of workload, right? You can produce 100, I can produce only 80, so there can be bottleneck between us. Or we can see a downtime of machines, machine downtime, or downtime due to defective materials. Those are the reason behind, some example reasons behind the stoppages of material from cutting to finishing, or start to end. So now it's time for us to fix the problems, take one by one, pick the biggest, or the prioritize the biggest first, and give a solution by using the lean tools. I'll give simple example, right? You have to use uh, supplier customer connectivity through a pull system, right? Pull from customer, from supplier, right? Pull by customer from supplier. Now we can use different tools for that: Kanban, Minimax, supermarket concepts, right? There are a lot of tools there to use to smoothen your material flow from customer to supplier, right? Then by applying them, you can flow the material from cutting to finish, or finished good, right? Based on the question, or based on the reason behind the stoppage, you have to give us a different solution for them. But I took only one situation and one answer for that. But based on the situation, it depends, right? But the purpose of lean is to create a flow. Then you have to have ample examples, or ample tools, ways of doing, to improve it.
Yeah, thank you for your wonderful answers. I hope the questioner has got his answer. We have another question from Muhammad Shakandar Hussain. His question is, he has noticed that improving quality, for example, while implementation of lean manufacturing buyer requirement sometimes increase production cost. In such situation, should we give priority to improve quality or in cost reduction? I think this question is from Mr. Samantha.
Can you again tell that, because interruption was happened while you are telling that?
Yeah, sure. The question is, while implementation lean manufacturing process, the questioner noticed that improving quality according to buyer requirements sometimes increased production cost. In such situation, should we give priority to improve quality or in cost reduction? Which one should we choose, basically? Improving the quality or cost reduction?
Yeah, it's like this. I think you can hear me. Improving, maintaining. Number one, okay, put the improving quality aside, but minimum we have to maintain the given standard. Whether the whatever cost is there, if we are not maintaining the required standard, we can't ship the goods. That's number one. Therefore, it's the mandatory requirement of maintaining minimum standard to meet the to pass the shipment to the audits. That is number one, right? But in the sense of the improving quality means, if you think that reality is now we are below the standard, right? In other side, cost reduction. Now under cost reduction, we have wrong interpretation about the lean also, because if we are thinking that by you to implement the lean, is it mandatory to spend money? That also not true. Because now if you work with Tusita and if you go into detail of the lean is not telling to spend the money always. No need to bring that thing, this thing. Because now if you take the problem solving, very strong tool of the lean, no need anything. By using existing resources, we can solve the problem to set the standard, right? No need any kind of new investment. What is the standard? Standard is current agreed best. That means whatever we have to we have to achieve. That means to meet the customer requirement, we define the standard, the level that is for the product as well as the process. Now, what are the challenges we are facing now? Different people are doing different things. Then finally machine operators, she become very troublesome situation when she performing the job, because different people are telling different thing. So what lean is telling, you all need to tell one thing. To do that, there is no any cost involved there. So someone might have uh, wrongly interpret lean as thing which is spend money. No need to spend money, right? Now, what is the Kaizen? Is it always need to automate things? No. Sometimes moving a table to the direction it is now there to another direction, another way, will bring massive result, right? Sometimes light is exist, the light level is there, but table is somewhere else. We have to just move that table to the light. That's the improvement. That kind of ample opportunities are there in our factories, which is not we are not thinking since we are not going to detail, right? So the answer in your question is actually we have to maintain the standard, right? To maintain the standard, if our current standard is below to the required standard, definitely we have to improve. That's a mandatory requirement. If not, we can't ship the goods, right? It always not involved with the cost, right? Other thing, we don't know at this moment, due to poor quality, how much money we waste. If we maintain the standard, definitely that wasting of money will not be happen. Then that will again support us to stop the cost reduction, because automatically that cost reduction will happen due to the quality improvement, not improvement. Bringing to the up to standard. I think in different directions I try to answer you. You might have uh, get the answer.
Thank you very much for a wonderful answer. So I would like to take one last question. This question is from Ryan Ahmed Atik. His question is, as a fresher, which department would be most suitable for him to learn effectively and build a strong career in the textile industry?
Right. Mr. Abdullah, I'll take 1 minute to answer. Then after that, Harsha or Samant also can add. Right. My point is actually, anyway, it's good to start. Right. But the department or the subject or the field depends on your interest. Right. If you interest in material flow, that's a different story. If you interest in machine, it's a different story. If you interest in people, it's a different story. If you interest in process improvement, it's a different story. That depends on you. But if you have the continuous improvement mindset, if you have the calibrated eyes to see the improvement opportunity, I think any place is best for you to start. But there is an exception. In your organization, if you have a lean team, or the department called lean manufacturing or lean implementation or process improvement or continuous improvement, right? That team will have a different opportunity to see the entire process with the improvement mindset, right? Then if you have that opportunity, I think that is the best place to join, right? That is an exception. If not, in a general organization, any place is good to start, right? But you have to have a different person there, different with a different mindset, then you will learn faster than others, right? I think that is my answer for place to start.
Yes,
Kumara, I will add little thing.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Harsha. Okay, wherever the place, 100% agree with Kumara. But by the time being, you take a little time of your uh, free time, wherever you are, to go into detail of the production, because that's the core of the apparel industry, right? So whatever department you can start, you can work, you can do the improvement. 100% agree with Kumara. But when you are working there, it's mandatory to know what is happening in the production flow. So you can take time. You are having ample of opportunities to go there and learn. That also you have to definitely do. Then only you can get good idea about what is happening in my organization. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And meantime, that good question. And I have three suggestions. First, what the job opportunity you get, please go into your organization. Select the organization. Then, with the organization, you can get the experience and you can get the general experience. This department work like this. This is my SWOT. And according to this SWOT, as an example, I can memorize many numbers in my mind. Then you are suitable for planning department or something production department. I'm very concerned about the process, similar as Tusita's explanation. But first, select organization and get first opportunity. And meanwhile, when you're working with this department, then you can suggest, according to your requirements and organization requirement, you can internally transfer. Okay, that then you can easily move and where do you move, and then you can select and select your preferable department. Other thing, if you can work several departments and get that experience, then you can prepare, you can understand all over the picture about the manufacturing, right? This is because when you are working for a long time for quality department, you see all the process as only quality. Work a long time with manufacturing or production, you're seeing maturity and production aspects. But if you work in several departments, then you can get the general picture about the organization, and it would be very helpful for your career development. Thank you.
Thank you, three of our experts, for wonderful breakdown of the question. We'd like to take one more question, as so many questions has been coming in chat box. So due to the demand, we have to take few more questions. I would like to go. The question is from Mr. Ashikul Alam. He asked, can lean coexist with agile and fast fashion pressure? I think this question is to Mr. Tushita.
Yeah, got it. Right. Can lean coexist with agile and fast fashion pressure? Right. Good question and very relevant to the today's context. Actually, that speed is. I told you in answering another question earlier. Now, speed or lead time. Right. We have to produce the product with minimum lead time. Right. Then the market is demanding the fast fashion or the speed. Uh, if I repeat the same answer at first, three key objective of lean are: one is best quality, second is lowest cost, the third is shortest lead time. Right? Then your question is covered under that shortest lead time part of the objectives of lean. That is one. The other thing is, now we have to read our customer, or we say voice of customer, and to adjust our process. Right? You will understand a term called tactile actual customer demand. Then we have to balance our process based on the customer demand or based on the tactile. Right? If you familiar with the tool called Yamasumi, right, it will give you a very clear answer for your question. We have to react to the customer's voice or customer's real need. So then whatever the demand from customer, we have to take that through the tech time, and we have to balance our workload, balance our process, balance our module based on that. That pressure need to come from customer to us, to manufacturer of material, or we can say suppliers. Why that entire material flow, or we can say entire value chain, is responsible for this actually uh, to respond to the customer. So then fast fashion or the agility, right, those are customer voice. Then we have to take the customer voice and to adjust our processes to support that voice, customer voice. Right? That is my answer. Right? Exactly. The short answer is yes. Lean is to cater the customer demand. Right? When you go inside, we have enough and more tools uh, in lean to support this agility and the fast fashion pressure from the market. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tushita, for your wonderful answer. I would like to take one more last question. This question is from Miss Mohona Oishi. Her question is, how do we can convince management to approve Kaizen project if they don't see value?
Right. Again, Tusita, right here, the most important term here, value. Value is from customer's perspective simply. Right? If your manager or the senior person doesn't see the value of that project, right, you have to think twice why they don't see it. Because we all have to cater the customer demand. If they have some misunderstanding on what customer really needs, you have to correct it. Otherwise, we all have to have in a one page to see the real value demand from the customer. Right? If your pre-calculation and explanation is not enough to convince your management, you have to think the option B, C, and D to convince them first. Right? And if management, right, by seeing the customer need, if they reject your proposal on Kaizen, I think there should be a reason behind that. So two answers for question. One is to uh, prepare and convince them with facts and figures. Right? If you see the validity of the project proposal. And the other thing is, if they are good enough to see the real customer value, you have to think twice. Thank you.
Thank
Shall I
you,
add little
Mr.
thing, Kumar? Sorry, this is it.
Yes, Samantha.
Yeah. Other thing, if you are fresher or beginner, don't propose any kind of money from the company. First, you build your image just doing little kaizen, which is much more impactful. There are a lot of things we can do. I explained earlier also. Sometimes turning the table to other side and lifting little bit one kind of table, right? That kind of lot of opportunities are there which can easier to the team member as well as speed up the processes. That kind of several things you can do. While you are doing, you take before photo, after photo. You keep that. And you can make some kind of documentary for you to show your management what you have done. That kind of easy fixes are there. Through that easy fixes, you can build the confidence about your thinking pattern, right? Then you can convince when you are spending money also, they are not giving any restriction, they will support because they know you are spending money since there is no other option. Because there are some people who always try to spend money to do something. Without spending money, we can do lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tushita and Samantha, for answering the question very nicely. So we are very in the last moment of our program. I would like to highlight some point about AIMS again. AIMS basically promise a student to connect with to connect with the industry and academy as well. It basically has some future plans in Bangladesh, some development programs for universities, like initiatives to enhance skills and opportunities for students across all universities, knowledge sharing sessions like this, interactive sessions, connecting professionals with students to enhance insights and expertise, and industrial visits. As so many industrial leaders are here, so they also can arrange some industrial visits for us that will provide students with practical exposure to bridge classroom learning with real world experience. And then collaborative knowledge sharing. This kind of session and so many other sessions will be on board that will be help student to get relevant department knowledge as well as from Sri Lankan and Bangladesh universities to promote cross-border learning and collaborations. So I would like to thank again our honorable expertise persons, expertise leaders for taking their time from their busy schedules for their insightful lectures and deliveries. Thank you all for your active participations and engagement throughout this session. It's been a pleasure to host such a committed and inquisitive group of learners. I hope the session have provided you with valuable insight, practical skill, and inspiration to apply what you have learned in your professional journey. Remember, learning doesn't end here. Stay curious, keep exploring, and continue building on the knowledge and connections you have gained. We look forward to seeing the impact you will make it in your respective fields. Once again, thank you for being part of this experience. We'll wish you very success moving forward. Thank you. And good night to everybody.
Good night, team. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
team. Thank you.